Hello, welcome to my channel. Let me start with a little intro. My name's Nikki. I am 62 years old and I'm currently in treatment for stage 3 lung cancer with nodule disease. I'm receiving 30 radiations and 6 chemos to start with, and then we go from there. I do apologize for my voice. One of my lymph nodes in my neck is affected, and they are also doing radiation on that, so it affects. I decided to start this channel because I thought it would be a good thing to share my experience of going through the Canadian healthcare system, all the ups and downs and all the things that people go through while receiving treatment. I decided to call it my Odyssey as opposed to my journey, because I feel that journey means something fun or joyful, and Odyssey does not. An Odyssey is something you have to fight for to get to the end of what you're wanting to achieve, and that's definitely something I'm doing. What I really want to achieve is to abolish this cancer and continue on with my life. I live at home with a roommate and my 38-year-old son, whom is special needs. But he has been my caregiver since I started treatment, and he's just awesome at it. Also, my roommate, whom lives upstairs. I live in the basement, if you can't tell, has also taken on the role as being my caregiver, and he's doing an awesome job too. In November of 2019, I became very ill, and with that illness, I got a disorder called hypoxia, which means there is not enough oxygen in your blood to sustain life. My roommate took me to the hospital, and they put me on oxygen right away, and I was then diagnosed with severe COPD. I then became 24/7 oxygen dependent. After that night, the next day they came out and put a home machine in, and I also received a portable at that time. This was 5 years ago. At that time I had a whole bunch of chest x-rays, etc., etc., and they found a tiny little spot in my lower right lobe of my lung. And so because of my oxygen dependency, I had to have chest x-rays done every 6 months, and so on and so on. Now we're going to fast forward to 2023 December. My routine chest x-ray comes back that this spot in my lung has tripled in size over a matter of 6 months. Then starts the myriad of tests, doctor after doctor after doctor after test after test after labs after labs after labs. I was told on July 15th, this is now 6 months later, that I had what they felt was very early stages of lung cancer. I went to see who is still my radiation doctor, and he explained treatment and all that I would just need, a few weeks of radiation and that would abolish it. However, some test results came back suspicious. And then shortly after, I had a lung aspiration biopsy via endoscope. During that procedure, or before that procedure, I was told 1 in 100 people receive a pneumothorax, also known as a collapsed lung. I was a bit nervous about that. The test itself didn't bother me. I'd been through so many. It was just another test, another thing to try to find out what actually is going on. Because besides the COPD, I had no symptoms beside a pain in my side, which I'd been to my doctor 3 or 4 times about. And because I'd been exercising and do lots of arm exercises, she figured that it was muscular, and that's what it was treated as until December 2023. So now we're after all this testing, all that, the biopsy, it was a 2-week wait to get the results back from all the pathologies that they were waiting for. It came back, and it was not first stages, it was not second stages, it was 3rd stage cancer with 2 of my lymph nodes involved, one being here in my neck and the other one down by my lung. So that was a huge shock. It took a lot for me to process that. But then shortly after that, I had to then meet who became my, what they call medical oncology, which is the chemo doctor. She's a marvelous doctor also. And she explained things to me and the drugs and all that. So they had both determined to have 30 radiation treatments 5 days a week and 6 chemo 1 day a week, and then reassess. I wanted to start this channel a lot sooner, but because of just things going on, I did not, and I am currently almost halfway through my treatment. But I definitely have a lot to share, and I'm more than willing to answer anything anybody has any questions about. I live in Alberta, Canada, and I live in a rural setting. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you enjoy my channel. Thank you very much.